Welcome to Season 2 of Trap Talk.
Brought to you by Craigoff.
Welcome back to another episode of Trap Talk. I'm your host, Zach Nanini, and I'm here with my co-host, the one and only Richard Marshall Jr. And we're experiencing some fall season. Don't you love this cool weather that's coming in for us, Ricky? I mean, aren't you liking this a little better than that Sparta, Illinois heat that we've been experiencing?
You know, it wasn't that bad this year at Sparta, though. Honestly, I mean,
well, and we were both a little thinner, so that had to help, right?
Yeah, the thinness. I mean, you know, the slimness we call it. You know.
Yeah, I mean, not a lot slimmer, but I mean,
hey, I'm 70 pounds down. I'm a lot slimmer.
If you take 1X off the shirt, I mean, that's not bad.
I'm down almost 2X's off the shirt. Actually, 2X's off the shirt.
Hey, that's it's got to feel better going out there and feeling when you're shooting and everything, just feeling a little lighter on your feet, don't you think?
Yeah, it does. It hurt the shooting a little bit, but I'll deal with that. That was, I've changed the stock around but the Grand was good. Then, like I said, we just got done with the Heartland Grand, and I was happy with my performance over there. I only got to shoot the overall over there. So
yeah. I mean, we were today. Our focal point is talking about Dale's Gun Club, obviously the Stockdale Gun Club. It's world famous. Talking about the Heartland Grand, talking about all the extra events that he throws there. You know, we missed you. I know you had some stuff going on in your life where you weren't able to get there until Wednesday to shoot the overall with us, but we had our overall squad. It was me and Bullard fending for ourselves in the side events on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, which we've got some side event championships that got pulled out of that thing, which was kind of cool. But
Bullard won the slider event with a 99, one little quiche.
Yeah, so to talk about that, I mean, Dale, I think, is a genius marketer. I mean, he's one of those guys where he's like, okay, how can I put something in here that's fun? And so they had this event called the Fast Eddie Slider. And, Fast Eddie was honoring one of the shooters that, was a Calcutta money shooter that enjoyed shooting under the lights and enjoyed shooting on white targets and such. And basically Dale, with some sponsorships, donated $2,500 to the Calcutta. And I know some other people put some money into it as well. And they did 100 birds, 25 from the 16, 25 from the 20, 25 from the 22, and then 25 from your ATA established yard line. And so it was 100 birds total, and it was shot at dark. And so everyone that showed up, I got to tell you, there was a ton of participation. Everyone that showed up on Sunday, they ended up having, I believe, 11 squads total that signed up into the event. And they had a little bit over $8,000 in the Calcutta just for 100 birds. And I was really impressed that they were able to get $8,000 in a Calcutta on a preliminary Sunday event.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was a fabulous, fabulous time, and they fed us real well before we went out there. And as you know, the story, lo and behold, Mr. Mustard himself came away with a victory. I mean, I don't know how he did it.
Well, you were texting me, and because I was at home, I was going to try to come over, but had some stuff going on that I couldn't, and you're like, he's 75 straight, and I was like, I wonder if the mustard's going to slip off the dog, and it slipped off just a little bit. He broke 24.
I don't even know if it was really a slip because I think the next highest score was a 97. So Justin Debris had a 97 on that event, and then Rich had that 99, and that was it right there. I mean, he had it. He ended up winning the Calcutta, and the good news is the Debris buying consortium, which involved myself, Mr. Slinker, and Mr. Bullard and Mr. Debris, were able to secure Mr. Bullard in the auction for $85, which I thought was a rather good deal.
Why did he only sell for $85?
I don't know, but I do know that if it was $200, we wouldn't have bought him.
Ouch! Rich, you got no faith in you, Rich. He's got no faith.
we figured at $85 it was worth a gamble, and it was.
Who was he paired? Was he paired with someone? That's probably why you bought him.
No, it was they were all single that day, surprisingly. Okay. But honestly, and I can share this with you because I think we know that Rich is the kind of guy that goes off of a little bit of a pride and bravado. When he got done and we got him for $85, he was like, "Man, these people don't know me at all." And I think that gave him a little extra shooting fuel to go out there and work with it because, I think Connor Voigtman went for like $500. And not that it was a bad buy at $500 because, he'd been shooting really, really good. Yeah. But Rich is just sitting there and was like, "Man, I get no respect."
I get no respect. That's, yeah. Well, Dale does such an awesome job, with everything. And then, what was it, Tuesday night? You had was it Tuesday night, the TV shootout?
Yeah, I think.
'Cause I got there on Tuesday, and I pulled in Tuesday afternoon, made it there. You guys were shooting off, and I come down to watch, and and you won half a TV.
I did. I won half a TV.
You won the TV, but you didn't believe in yourself to just do it on your own.
So okay. I understand. My good shooting partner, Justin Debris, was in the same shoot off that I was for this TV, and I said, "You know what? I like his odds. He's pretty gamey." I said, "Justin, what do you think about chopping this thing?" And he says, "I'm in." So, it's hard to chop a TV, folks, because it is one TV, but we figured we could sell it if either one of us won it. And then, I was fortunate enough to win, thank the Lord, but because I did need that gas money to get home from Ackley, Iowa. But I got to give a shout out to Justin Debris. Thanks, Justin, for selling the TV for me. As his portion of the partnership, since I did the winning, he had to do the selling. So he ended up getting that thing sold for us.
He only took he took a lot less, is what the story is.
A small commission is what he took. And I was like, yeah, that's very, very fair.
You were like, okay.
These truck drivers, Buckeye Valley Trucking, they're good people. Give them a chance. They treat you right. He didn't skim me at all.
You know what he did? He just set you up because you're going to have to buy a Team Nanini dinner when we go to the Autumn Grand. That's what
every year I get got on these Team Nanini deals. They make me feel good by giving me $1 in the pre-squatting and a little more on the TV. But then the Team Nanini dinners at Ruth Chris, they whack me hard.
Sometimes you're the bug, sometimes you're the windshield.
So the one thing I want to talk about with Dale's shoot, because Sunday they had the Fast A slider, Monday they had the wad shoot, which is 3 targets simultaneously thrown out of a trap house where you get a partner. You basically, and correct me if I'm wrong, Rick, but it's a pair of doubles and then one kind of set target.
And then he's got an oscillating wobble trap out front.
And you get 4 shots. You get you and your partner.
Yeah.
Full use of the gun. Mm-hmm. And I believe they shoot it at the 23-yard line. Is that correct? Maybe?
I think it was.
23-yard line.
This year. We shot it last year because you won it. You and Krause won it the year before.
Yeah, we did. This year, our good friend Zach Bryant and his father Dan Bryant were able to secure it. I heard they were in a shoot-off. I would have loved to shoot the event, but Rich Bullard, being as he's a little bit older in age, was upset that we were there for the TV shoot-off the night, or the big shoot-off that he won the night before, and he says, I need to get some shut-eye. So since I was driving the car and I felt kind of bad, we went back to the hotel at the Legends in Parkersburg, Iowa, which is where the Voigtmans are staying. It's a good little hotel, and we got some shut-eye. But listen, I wanted to shoot that wads.
Listen, get him his own rental car and tell him, you want to go? Be gone. Remember the one year he had the rental car and he never shut it off the whole time? Remember that year?
Everybody would come up and they were like, what's this guy with this car running all week? And Rich, whenever he gets when he gets a rental car and it's hot, he just leaves the thing on all day long. And he says, I'll fill it with more gas. And I'm like, that cannot be good on a car. That, folks, is why you don't want to buy rental cars from Hertz or Avis.
If you know Rich Bullard rented it. Yeah, that car's only got 10,000 miles on it. Yeah, with 150,000 hours.
All right, folks, we got to take a quick second and give a huge shout out to our title sponsor, Craigoff. Me and Ricky both shoot him. We both love him.
Yeah, best gun in the industry. I shoot them. I sell them. Nothing better, folks. Get yourself a Craig off, your scores will increase.
Yeah, I mean, Ricky's got hundreds and hundreds of hundreds with his. I mean, I've got a few hundreds, but I'm always working to get a little bit better, and they definitely help me, that's for sure. So on top of that, we also got to thank Winnig. I'm wearing the shirt today. Love this shirt. If you're down at the Grand, pick one up.
Yeah, Winnig, like I said, Zach, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds with my Winnig stock. You know, get a hold of Bobby, Luke, Bill, get an appointment set up. They will make you a better shooter with that Winnig stock.
Of course, yeah. The Grand's the great place to do it. Give them a call. Get on their book. It's worth your time.
Just remember, winners shoot Winnigs.
With that being said,
let's get back to the show.
All right, Trap Talk listeners, let's take a couple seconds and thank a couple more sponsors. First of all, Remington's been with us since day one. I've been shooting these shells since 2007. I shoot the Nitro 27 from the 27-yard line, ounce and eighth, 7.5, and STS ounce and eighths for singles and doubles. They've worked great for me, as they do a lot of top shooters all around the country. Give them a try. Don't forget the Gun Club line when you're practicing and you're wanting to save a little bit of money.
We'd also like to thank another sponsor, Outlaw Engineering. Randy Freston, R2. I've known Randy since 1988. They do engineering, surveying, drafting, GIS, civil, structural, land development, wetland permitting. They do it all.
And they're friends of trap shooters. I mean, they're a trap shooting family. They've been in the ATA forever. His dad's been involved. They're involved. They're a beautiful family. They're great people. And we just love that they listen to the show, and we love that they support Trap Talk.
Yeah, his dad was past president in 1989. So I really want to thank those guys for the support. I really appreciate it here at Trap Talk.
With that being said,
let's get back to the show.
Running like a generator. They should put hour sensors on those things.
Exactly.
So the one thing I wanted to speak on is the Heartland Grand is the last point shoot of the year. And a lot of people trying to finish up their placement, go to the Heartland Grand. And I guess, can you explain, Ricky, how a satellite grand works from Monday to Sunday and why there's a value to having all of those extra events for somebody trying to get points in? I mean, why would they go and shoot 2,100 birds instead of going somewhere else?
Well, the one thing is okay, every satellite grand, it's your 7 days of shooting, basically. Okay. And whatever events you can get in those 7 days, they count for points. Now your overall is limited to, I think it's 12 or 1,300 targets, that's your overall. But any other side event, singles, handicap, doubles, whatever extra events they want to put in there that are registered count as points. So in a case like Dale, Dale is probably one of the biggest promoters of shooting sports. He's a shooter himself. His father was the first person to make it to the 27-yard line. His farm, I've been going to their shooting since I was like 13, 14 years old, shooting weekend shoots. He is all about trap shooting. And, in order to be able to make that shoot affordable for himself, to throw a shoot like that, you need to throw them extra events. And the people shoot him, so it affords him to continue to have those shoots. Because it's not cheap to have a satellite grand. There's a fee involved that the ATA charges for the trophy packages and stuff and the title to have the satellite grand.
Yeah, and I don't know what that is. I was under the impression that it was like $20,000-ish, but
it can vary from like 15 to 20. I think some of them, and I don't know this exactly, but it's like the shoots that are continue to have them, they're kind of grandfathered in at a certain price, where if that shoot would leave that club and go somewhere else, then it goes to a higher price.
Yeah, but you got to think about that, folks. Let's just say it's $20,000. To make back an extra $20,000 just to cover that in itself, you got to throw a lot of birds, and you got to have, and that's just to break even, right? Because you're going $20,000 into the hole to have that name of a satellite grand. And I agree, they are giving a trophy package, but what most people don't know is the trophy package isn't every event. The trophy package is just the class singles, the class doubles, the championship doubles.
ATA related, the prelim handicap on. But Dale, look at this, Zach, Friday's handicap. What was it? Me, you, and Justin had 97s. Justin shot off. We didn't. We were all guaranteed a place because the ATA goes down to 5th place. But then Dale put in 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th
He did.
himself. So little things like that. And I'll just tell you, I mean, Dale's a great guy, a great promoter. He's a Hall of Fame member. It's just, I think we need to grow this shoot as big as we can. I think he's putting in 4 more traps.
Yeah, I mean, we talked to Dale about it, and the reality is, he said, based on when the events were ending this year, he feels like he's at capacity, and they start right on time at 9 a.m. every day. They don't dilly. Everybody gets out to the field, and what I love is they do a rolling program, which a rolling program means if there's singles and there's handicap next after singles, and that field opens up and your whole squad's there, they don't even have to make a phone call. They've got the sheets. You get your squad and you just go out there and get there. And then really the only time that there's a break is when they're setting it back to doubles, which, they're going to have a turn there and they're going to make a call and do a turn. But even in the morning, I love the way they do rotation of program where it goes singles, handicap, doubles, and then it goes back to doubles again in the morning. So you're always stacking your doubles next to each other, which I like that because I don't have to change the barrels, and they don't have to change the machines. You're saving wear and tear on your machines. You're saving the time of the reset.
You're not saving the wear and tear. You're gonna have the wear and tear no matter what. But it's a great program the way he sets it up, and I know he said that possibly I don't think he's at capacity. We're gonna see how capacity is. He puts 4 more traps in. That opens up another. Basically, he could host, in my opinion, about another 100 shooters.
I think we could get there. I mean, the thing is even on the weekend on Saturday, they throw the 200 singles and then they throw another handicap after that. And then on Sunday, they've got the farewell singles and the championship handicap. So, it's not like they're going to 200 birds or 100 birds on Saturday and Sunday like most clubs do. I mean, he's getting in 300 birds on Saturday.
300 birds 6 days, and then 200 on Sunday, 2,000 registered targets in 7 days. And folks, it's one of those shoots that if you haven't been there, put it on your list for next year. Seriously, we're going to do a lot more promotion for Dale. Zach and I talked to him a little bit, and John, and we just want to help Dale out. I mean, he's done
he's helping the shooters out. And that's where we want to do this because we could see where his heart's at. His heart is in trap shooting. Him and Matt, his son, they do a great job. They work tirelessly.
The whole team. I mean,
everyone.
Absolutely. He's got all the college kids there, pulling, scoring, loading houses, and his team of mechanics. I mean, if there's an issue, boom, they're down there. I mean, Dale, we had some nice poker tournaments at night and stuff in the clubhouse, which is his basement. Walk through both sides, kitchen in there. The church ladies were cooking and breakfast and lunch and stuff and dinners. And that one night we were in there and Dale come over and sat down and I really appreciate you guys even being in here. And then 30 minutes later, he's over there sawing logs because he's been up since 4:30. And that was like 11 o'clock that night. We were like, man, we got to get out of here. And, Matt's like, no, you guys are fine. And Dale's like, nope, you stay. And he went to bed. He's like, just lock up when you leave.
It brings it back to one of those things where, we even were mentioning, it was kind of the joke of the week when we were, shooting all those night shoots under the lights. I was like, this is like a field of dreams for trap shooting. It's like you're out in Iowa, you've got the corn, and we're like, we could just wish Leo would walk it out of the corn back out and shoot another round with us, because the nostalgia of going to Iowa and seeing the smoke under the lights and everybody shooting those, the pump 'em doubles and all that stuff. And the dinners, I talked to Dale about it. I'm like, Dale, how do you do these dinners? And he said, a lot of people sponsor. He says at most shoots, they give back some added money. And he says, not that it's bad to give added money, but the way he looks at it, if I can feed everyone every single night, he says that's going to help make it more affordable for families that are coming down because, you think you have a family of 4 or 5 and you come to a shoot and you go to dinner. That's $200 a night easy if you're going to dinner. Yeah. And the one thing I'll say about that place is they had great food every night. They never ran out. There was always enough for everyone. The whole family could eat there. And if you just, come bring your trailer to Stockdale's, park it and set it, you could literally not leave the gun club all week and shoot and eat and have a good time.
We go, usually we'll go one or two places.
Hey, Trop Talk listeners, let's take a quick second to thank a couple more amazing sponsors. SOS Clays Shoot Management. They're doing a fantastic job. I love the app. I love being able to see everything on my phone instantaneously. It's freaking awesome. Rick, what do you think?
Yeah, Greg Pink and his group over there. I mean, they've got majority of the satellite grands, majority of the state shoots. I think it's 40 plus state shoots they're doing. But the app, honestly, we were doing a little beta testing with that at the Spring Grand. It's awesome. You can see your squad if they paid. You can see your options, your payouts. The whole works at your fingertips. Great deal. They're just
Ricky knew how much money he made before he even got off the line. He was like, "Hey, I'm buying lunch." I'm like, "Yeah, good job. We're good to go."
That's
we
right.
also got gun and trophy insurance. I mean, they're the best in the business. I know they're great price. Ricky, you're familiar with them, right?
Yeah, Cole and Larry Cushman been long-time supporters of myself, and I've been a supporter of them, and especially with my college team. We require insurance. It's so fast and easy to sign up and get your insurance in literally 10 minutes. You can have your guns insured, and they're just great. They're great to deal with. Like I said, you can do your trophies also, your wildlife animals and that such, and your guns. It's just a great
It's
product.
always good when you're
Great
traveling
product.
around to have that peace of mind and know that you don't have to worry about losing your stuff forever. And these are expensive things, especially when you got those Craig offs. You got to keep them insured. So
Oh, exactly.
with that, we got to say big thank you to White Flyer, America's best targets. You make them, we break them, right, Rick?
That's right. We got the new Eco flyer that we helped design, myself and Sean Hawley. That's out now, available out of the Georgia factory. That's an awesome target. Look for that. Going to be available hopefully everywhere by 2025. But yeah, they are best target in the industry.
I'm looking forward to the Blue-Gray Shootout this year at the Grand, too. That's going to be a fun event.
Yeah, you're in that too this year, aren't you, Zach?
We both are, aren't we?
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm in it. I didn't know if you made it or not.
See, yeah, that's okay. I skated right in there. Don't you worry. But, we got another sponsor we got to thank.
Yep.
Shotguns West, the Pulas, baby. Check out these wings. Ricky don't got these. He ain't that stylish.
Oh, folks, listen. Zach tries to wear these driving down the road, doing podcasts. It's okay. We still love
Hey,
it.
when you look good, you don't have to apologize. Remember that. Not only can you hit more targets, but you can look good doing it. Give Ryan a call.
That's right.
Shot Tracker. I mean, we've had great success with them. Ricky, you've been involved since day one, so
It's like having a coacher on the end of your barrel. It's a great tool, especially for doubles. That's what I really like it for. You can see the transition moving from the first target to the second target. That's where a lot of people get lost in no man's land, losing that target.
I love that, and I also love the new software update, the stuff that's coming down the
Yes.
pipe. Those guys are constantly innovating. So with that being said,
Let's get back to the show. The whole time we're there. Otherwise, we cook out. Our good buddy Dave Mansell, he loves to cook out. So we had
killed it.
good food this year,
I had the pulled pork over there that was excellent, and then he also made those burn ends. I guess they call them the burn ends.
Yep.
And they were the most delicious thing ever. The problem is Peter Walker came up and he grabbed the whole damn tray. And once he got that tray, he wouldn't let it go. I said, geez, you shot good today, but not good enough to eat the whole tray of burn ends. I mean,
You can't keep them all, buddy. Come on. Share a little bit.
yeah, I mean, there wasn't a lot left in the tray, but we got to give him a hard time because
Exactly.
he's like, damn, these things are good. And the Iowa thick pork chops that he did with the sous vide.
Oh, yeah.
But so explain to the people, Rick. I mean, as far as the gun club, the way it sits, is there one side of the gun club that's better in your mind than the other? I mean, is it all? I mean, what are they looking at? What's the background look like? Tell them what they're shooting into.
Background you literally got some CRP out in front a little bit that used to be beans or corn, and then the corn in the distance, and then sky. And I mean, honestly, I've been shooting there, like I said, since I was 13 or 14. So I grew up shooting down below at a lot of the shoots in front of the clubhouse and stuff. But we shot everywhere the whole time, and it didn't matter. It just doesn't. It's one of those where they draw banks every day. So it's not pick your bank, and the banks are drawn, and you go shoot. It's not one of those like, oh man, I got stuck on this bank. Oh, I got this.
You really don't have a bad bank there,
No.
and I think that's beneficial because I know at some shoots you're like, man, we really don't want to draw this one. This takes us out of the game. And I don't feel that they have a bad trap there. I think whatever you draw, you have an opportunity to shoot a really good target. And he does a good job, him and his team, of putting the best target in the air they can based on the conditions of that day.
Look at our smoke balls that we were doing. Even old Icy Nanini here. I mean, he was even smoking some.
I don't know if I changed my chokes or changed my style, but even Bullard came to me. He says, "Hey, you're hitting those things pretty solid nowadays.
Yeah.
You must be changing something." I'm like, "Yeah."
Well, and it's Wade Dale's throwing those targets, and he does such a great job. And it was a great shoot. Our squad, for the overall was, me, Herbie Lewis, Bullard, you, and Justin. And I mean, we had a great, everybody won stuff, I mean, it was a great shoot. You won the all around. Ian Derrick won the overall.
You won the doubles. So, I mean, getting into the scores and the events, to the championship events, first it started with the doubles. Yep. And I could say at Stockdale's, I've not seen as many hundreds there in doubles as all the other events. I mean, that's the one thing where you're not going to see like 20 hundreds in doubles. If you break 100 in doubles at Stockdale's, you're probably going to be right up there. I mean, 1 or 2 hundreds in the day. And, me and Ricky go into that last box and we broke the first 50 and he is just inking them. I'm like, man, Ricky Marshall in his prime, like he is just dirtballing these things. And the last post, I'm thinking to myself, man, it's going to be pretty cool. Me and him in a shoot-off tonight lost. And I'm like, oh,
you moron.
I couldn't even get the thought out of my brain, and I had already missed the bird, right? And then I come walking off, and Ricky's, grinning ear to ear. He's like, oh, I got my Lewis money.
You moron.
And I'm like, he says, oh, you dummy, you shouldn't have done that because I missed number 98. I didn't miss the last one.
No, but yeah. And our doubles were good. I mean, they were our whole squad.
Well, remember the first 30 that we shot? I mean, we went 10 all, I think all the way into the third of the fourth post, and we had about, I don't know, 10 or 15 people behind us watching because, I mean, when Rich Bullard's hitting them, that's going to draw a crowd because that's not a common thing for him to be able to shoot that double pipe as good as he did.
Throwing Bullard under the bus. Yeah, I had it.
But Ricky was able to win the doubles. All the 99s were categories, so I ended up winning runner-up in the doubles. And then the next event, major championship, was the singles.
Yep.
And I know our good friend Jason Krause, he ran the 200 and ended up.
He outlasted old Jack Canals. Jack was trying to.
He was going for a three-peat.
Yep, he was.
I was trying to hold him off a three-peat, but I wasn't there long enough to do any damage.
Let's back up to the doubles. So the doubles, me, you, and Herbie had 50s, and Bullard, and we actually run the first 44. Everybody run the first 44. Justin missed, and then Bullard missed. So we had 50, 50, 49, 50, 49. Then the second one we had 50, 47, 50, 49, 48. So we had a great squad. But, okay, we'll get out of that. Now back to the singles. Krause, it was down to, was it Krause, you, because you were in the singles. You broke the deuce. Shot him well.
I broke. So the people that broke the singles were Jack Knaus, Jason Krause, myself, the sub-junior shooter. I forget his name. It was his first 200 ever. Weston Anderson.
Oh yeah, Weston. Yeah,
Weston Anderson, and then our friend Perry Weiner.
Yeah. Yep.
So it was a 5 squad that actually broke it.
Yep.
If I remember correctly, you know what? I think there was one more that broke.
There was 6. And he was a senior vet that.
Edwin.
He didn't shoot.
Edwin Schofelt broke the 200, but he was happy with the vet trophy, and he said, "I'm just not going to shoot off." So it ended up going out in a squad. I know Weston Anderson missed on the very first box, and then it went down the 4 of us. And then I was the next one to miss, and I missed my 90-something bird in the fourth box. And then it went Krause, Jack, and Perry. Oh, I think Perry might have missed right there when I missed. And it was just Jack and Krause, and then
they went like another 50, didn't they?
50 targets. It went to 125 in total.
Okay.
So it wasn't the longest shoot off ever, but Krause was in the middle of them.
Yeah, Jason shot awesome. It was one of those that I know. We were giving Jack crap. He was trying to make a three-peat because he'd won it 2 years in a row, and I told him he wasn't Michael Jordan. He can't three-peat. So,
he shot good though. I mean,
he did.
How hard is it to win a championship 3 years in a row? I mean, most people, other than Matthew Bartholow, aren't going to do that.
It's a tough feat. He might have won it if he'd have brought us pickles.
All right, folks, let's take a quick second and thank some brand new incoming sponsors of the show. These are personal friends of mine, fellow clay shooters, and lovers of the outdoors, Rick and Carla Burke at 73 Pointers Ranch. Rick, tell them what we're doing.
Well, we're doing a giveaway at the Grand American. So they've graciously donated a one-person hunt for, I think it's, 18 quail or 12 chucker or 8 pheasants. Your choice, guide and dog. We've got dinner, overnight, lodging, breakfast. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a great giveaway.
It's a great thing. It's valued at like $1,500. You can obviously bring a guest if you'd like, but, it's about an hour out of St. Louis Airport. And if you're lucky, maybe me and Rick will go out there with you and do some bird hunting because this is an awesome place. It's a great time. And if you're local to this area, it's not that far out of the city. So you can be in the office and then be hunting in the afternoon. So they're great, great people, and they love this show. So we really, really appreciate the love and support.
Yeah, we'd like to thank Rick and Carla. We really appreciate that.
Also, we've got Mid-State Precious Metals, Ron Prescott. He's a great guy for all your gold and silver needs. Ricky, tell them about our friend.
Yeah, Ron, he graciously donated a 10-ounce silver bar to our live in-person podcast in Tucson. And, he has everything. I bought a bunch of silver from him. We got our silver and gold for the fun day at the Nevada State Shoot on Monday this year. John got all the silver and gold for the Nevada State Shoot. So look him up for your silver and gold needs. He'll give you the best price out there.
He really is, and he's a friend of the Trapshooters. I mean, he's looking to get gold and silver to these gun clubs for their shoots at the lowest price across the country. He's doing them a service and helping grow the sport. So, thank you so much for that, Ron.
Yeah, thank you, Ron. We appreciate it.
With that being said,
let's get to the show.
Welcome back, Trap Talk listeners. I'm your host, Zach Nannini, here with my co-host, Richard Marshall Jr. We just got done with the Heartland Grand, and we got a very special announcement about the Nevada State Shoot. It was 76, the big deal.
October 19th to the 27th. But on the 21st, Trap Talk is doing a big event. 50 singles, 50 doubles, combined score. It's $100 to get in. Shoot as many times as you want for a score out of 100. First place, a 1-ounce gold bar. Second place, 25 ounces of silver. So get signed up, folks.
I need that gold and silver. I might have to fly in for a one-dayer.
Zach won't show up, folks.
I'll shoot it 16 times. I could have just bought the gold. That's okay. You got to get that 100.
Listen, they're doing all kinds of events, dinners, drinks, poker tournament.
Go gamble on the strip.
Yeah.
Little
there's
buffet.
all sorts of things.
Seafood, the Rio. Not so much.
20 years ago.
There you go.
Yeah, we can go to Aria.
Listen, get signed up. It's on pre-squad. Come out October 19th to the 27th. We'll see you there.
See you soon.
Good luck.
But it didn't bring us no pickles.
See, that serves you right, Jack. You don't bring us
No
those
pickles,
bread and butter
no
pickles.
championship.
It's bad karma when you don't bring the pickle money.
That's right.
But yeah, I think he shot excellent. At the end of the night, you've got a lot of skill that goes into it, but you also got a little bit of luck of the draw and like, are you on or are you off when you get into those night shoot offs? You can't always control the victory on that. But it was a ton of fun. And then, going into the handicap is the next championship event. Everyone shot the handicap really, really good on Sunday. I mean, I think I have the pull up of the champion. Aiden Erland broke a 99, and then Grace Manziel also broke a 99.
Yeah, Grace they were he was a sub junior, right?
Correct. And they both broke 25s on their first box. So
Yes.
you kind of look at that, that's an amazing feat for both of them after breaking that 99 to go out in that shoot off and both break the first 25 out. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Sub junior, 21 yarder. Yeah. And then Grace, they went out and Grace missed 2 and he missed 1.
Correct.
So
Correct.
Grace had to fall back. Grace is Dave's daughter, and Grace hadn't shot. She didn't shoot the Grand this year, and she came over there and I mean she missed. I think she missed like number 80 something in the shoot for the 99. But that's awesome for her. Grace is a great girl. Go to college, and she shot well. So
she's very smart, very reserved, and and a great shot. And she shot well and she earned that. And those are the kind of victories that I like to see on Sunday. I like to see the people that that can come out there and put that score up, and it keeps them involved in the sport to where they want to keep coming back, and they get their yardage and they get their punches and they get that they're a little bit more hooked. Not that I don't love seeing Ricky Marshall win, but I don't think we're going to lose him anyway, even if he wins or doesn't.
Never know.
You never know. You never know. But it was a good target on Sunday. There was a lot of high scores. I know on our squad we had 3 7s.
Yeah, me, you, and Herbie.
Me, you, and Herbie, and then a 6 and a 5, right? Or is that correct?
Justin had a 5, and Bullard
had a 93. Yeah. Bullard had
now
a 93.
on Friday's handicap, Herbie had an 8. Me, you, and Justin had 7s, and Bullard had a 5.
Yeah, P5.
Yeah, you're horrible.
We love, and then he keeps coming up to us and saying he wants a VIG on the mustard shirts.
Yeah,
folks, we're doing this out of the goodness of our hearts. We get the shirt; it costs $19.50. We sell it for $20, and Bullard's trying to come over here and he's trying to get some cash revenue on Trap Talk. So next time you see him, let him know there's no VIG on the shirts. You tell him he's been paid already. We pay him in dinner. That's it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's fair. What do you think, Ricky?
I'm with you. Yeah.
Yeah. So the only other shooter that we didn't mention that had a fantastic performance was Ian. He won the overall.
Ian Derrick, he won the HOA.
He won the HOA and shot really, really well.
All week long. He broke a lone 100 in the doubles, won the days in there earlier. That was his and his dad's first time ever coming out there, to Iowa. So, they both shot good.
They did. They both shot well. I know he was in the handicap shoot-offs a few times. I mean, he broke some good double scores, obviously. I mean,
yeah, he shot good. Like I said, Herbie Lewis was runner-up in the overall. Herbie shot lights out in handicap. Him and David Swigert, they were both pounding. And that's why in the Calcutta, we Justin and I got a little crazy in Slinker. We bought a lot of people in the Calcutta, but we had a lot of scores in there. We watched you, Zach.
You had the scores. You did. You had a lot of the winners for sure. It might have been a little aggressive on the buying tactic, but if you own all the best people, then it kind of it pencils out generally. But yeah, Herbie. I mean, I don't remember how many times Herbie was 75 straight in the handicap. I think it was 2 or 3 times.
2 or 3 for sure. Yeah, I know. I felt bad when he broke 98.
I mean, honestly,
2 in the last. But hey, listen.
I can't feel bad for the guy because he's shooting handicap so good. I know it's a matter of when. I mean, he's been so dominant on that bird that it's just a matter of when he's going to punch it because, I mean, he'd go out there and run the first 50 almost every day like it was me running the first 50 in singles. And I'm like, damn, Herb. I mean, you could take it easy on us every once in a while. And he's like, nah, and he's so focused when he's out there, He
is such
you got me, you, and Justin and Rich, and we're just kind of, and then Herbie's over here, and he's just like really in the game, and we're like, I think it's a good balance though because we need a little bit of seriousness in the squad to bring us back to reality. Otherwise, I think we get a little out of hand.
Nah, we're good. We have fun. That's the main thing.
We do have fun, and it's just one of those shoots that I always look forward to because of the fun that we have. And even you said it on the way up. You're like, you know what? I can't wait to get up here because we're just going to have a good time. We weren't really worried about doing podcasts as much. We were more worried about hanging out. We had a lot of Lanny's ice cream, which was good.
You did. I had Lanny's on Sunday. It was the only time I had Lanny's. Sorry, Lanny. I love your ice cream, but I'm trying to watch the LBs. So, yeah.
It's delicioso. But basically, the whole purpose of this show is to tell you guys that the Heartland Grand is awesome. You got to put it on your calendar next year if you want to go check it out if you haven't been.
18th through the 25th. I remember the date. The reason why is Trey's birthday is on the 18th. So you guys need to get to that shoot next year. Come out, shoot it. Listen, you'll have one of the best times. I mean, we might be doing some. I'll just let the cat out of the bag now. I'm gonna do it. For RM shooting clinics is I'm going to donate some entries to the Heartland Grand next year. I think for man, woman, and child. So
I like it.
Doing some different things to try to help Dale. We got some other stuff that
we're working on the pipeline. We're making Trap great again. Ricky's got the shirt on. He's doing his part. If you want to make Trap great again, support our sponsors, support Stockdale Gun Club. And
right.
Like I said, we're talking about wanting to put 4 new traps in, and let's be honest, folks, we talked about the cost outlay for, the Satellite Grand. If there's anybody that wants to help out, donate to support Dale,
let us know. We'll get you with Dale.
We'll get you guys connected because if you guys want to see the shoot grow into what we think it can grow into, it requires everyone to help because they all work very, very, very hard. Oh. And I still think even as much as they got going on, they still throw one of the cheapest targets per 100 in the country. I mean, I believe their target price is only $40 for 100 birds. And I know a lot of places are up at $45 a 100 now. And, Dale is doing everything he can to mitigate costs for the shooter and really give them a good experience. And I really appreciate that from him because he's one of those guys that doesn't take advantage of the situation at all. He's always thinking, how do I grow this thing and how do I make it a little bit better for everybody? Yeah.
I mean, it's just crazy, what he's at $46, but that includes the sales tax they have to charge because of Iowa. So
I can't fix the politics in Iowa.
Yeah, that's understandable. But if you got anybody out there who wants to help out, let us know. We'll definitely get you connected with Dale. Dale's a great guy, and he's trying to just make Trap great again.
We're making Trap great again. We appreciate you guys tuning in for another Friday. We're going to be at the shoots. We're going to keep giving you content. We got the Ring Series coming up. We got updates. We got more interviews. We got all the Trap Talk fun that you love. And we appreciate you guys supporting. Like, share, subscribe. Tell your friends. Bring somebody to a trap shoot for the first time.
That's right. It's a new target year, okay? New target year just started. The ATA gives out free memberships to every gun club, like 5 or so.
I think it's 5 to every single gun club in the country. Bring a friend, introduce them to an ATA shoot, get them signed up, pay for their first 100 targets if you have to. Get them out there. I mean, tell them, hey, if they're a league shooter, introduce them to it because we want to see the numbers grow. We want to see people out there shooting. We want to see it be a lot more fun for everyone. So Absolutely. We really appreciate you guys listening to us every Friday. We love all the comments. We love the love. We love when you guys run up to us and say, "Hey, we listen to Trap Talk." So keep the good vibes up, and me and Ricky are going to keep cranking out all the fun.
Thanks, everyone.
See you next Friday.